Well, welcome back to another episode of Rough Restos, and this one is a bit of a sad one. As you might have seen a few hints in previous videos, something happened to the Golf. Now, until the insurance was sorted out, I didn't want to do anything with the Golf, didn't do anything on it. So it's been 2 months now, insurance is sorted as of Christmas Eve. So now I'm ready to do something with it. And what I'm ready to do with it, well, not yet, will be that. But I'll just go through a minute what's happened, what the damage is, and what we can do about it. Right, so there's maybe a touch of front end damage here. Only a smidge. Oh wow, yeah, I can't think I can reuse my shock. What happened was a country lane, a bend, no ABS, not speeding or anything like that, just no ABS. I applied my brakes going around a bend when I saw a lorry, and I continued straight forward into the front corner of a lorry and wrote the lorry off as well. So I've learnt from that one now. But sadly, the car can't learn the same mistake. The car's dead. It's a category B write-off. Roof's crumpled in, pedals are pushed back a bit, the steering wheel I had in there is bent, obviously the whole door is pushed back and pushed down. It's not in a good way. So the car's knackered. Category B write-off, it means it can never see the road again. Can salvage parts off it, but the actual title and that, the car's a goner. Now, somehow, in some kind of miracle, just open up the bonnet here, I've not lost any coolant, which is good, because G13 is expensive. However, though, I'm assuming I broke the radiator. Well, maybe not. I definitely smashed the intercooler to pieces, so I've got a few tiny booster leaks down there. I haven't tried to start it or do anything with it yet, because the chassis leg is currently in the cam belt tensioner. So I've got to free off that, and I'm going to try to start the car, which it should run fine. Unless the chassis rail going into that has done any damage to the engine. The cam belt's not snapped, so hopefully not, but we'll check that out before we try and turn it over. The one-piece fiberglass scuttle tray cover I had is actually still in one perfect piece. No idea how, but it is, so that's a bit of a miracle. All the engine has been pushed sideways and pushed backwards. So hopefully, I think the exhaust should just moved, it shouldn't be damaged. Engine mount should all be good, but everything is sort of moved and out of place. These pipes before and out were straight and parallel the engine, that's all not parallel anymore. So I'm thinking, in a minute, the engine, the gearbox are hopefully all good. The bonnet, that's not good, that's knackered. The windscreen's actually right, but no, it's old, so that can go. Wheels knackered. I'm really hoping, I literally haven't looked at this car. It's been parked now 2 months and I haven't really touched it. I'm kind of hoping that the brake caliper's fine, because that's a G60 brake caliper. The wheel still turns, so it's not binding on it or anything. The nice Uniroyal Rain Sport 3, that's a goner. All the, CV joints dead. Oh wow, look at the drive shaft. That's bent around. So that's all dead. Obviously, wishbone, wow. Okay, we'll get another video when I do dive in and tear this to pieces, but for now, that's all dead. I'm assuming the shock's dead, but oh yeah, I'm sure it's twisted. I'm sure it's ruined there. If it's not dead, I'll be over the moon, because obviously there are a nice matching set of Bilstein B4s and IBAC springs that have only done a few thousand miles on the car. Everything back here should be fine. Interior, other than the fact that the other steering wheel was knackered and the pedals are moved, that's obviously untouched. It did get wet though when it was being stored. I had to disconnect the battery because that light still works, but it was coming on and off by itself. So, don't want to get too involved in that. This side should all be fine. Probably got a bald spot on the tyre. And yeah, so that's the majority of the damage. This side of the car is still actually quite straight as far as I can work out. So, yeah, she's probably still full of water. Oh yeah, still got water in it from when it's stored. Poor thing. And obviously my nice cup holders. So, yeah. Poor old girl, and that's some of the remains of it. Stuck up back there. And the new place, the bonnet stay is kept in the car. So that's not ideal. I'm hoping there's no other damage other than really this corner. I'm hoping the engine will be good. If so, I can reuse most of the car. Is that dashboard bent or is that? No, I think it's fine. I can reuse most of the car to build another car, which was the plan. But this time I don't really want to go for a 5-door. I prefer to go for a 3-door big bumper. And that's where this comes in. So, literally almost 2 weeks ago, I went and had a look at this, and on the spot agreed to buy it. It's a 3-door shell. It's only a 1.3 shell, but I don't really see. It'd be nice to use a GTI shell, but I don't see any point. You're going to pay a lot more money for it. It's no different, other than I'll be putting GTI trim on it anyway. It's no different. It's just worth a few more quid. And by the time I've heavily modified it on this car, it's going to be absolutely nothing like a GTI anyway. So I've got this 1.3 shell. It's not guaranteed I'm going to use this shell yet. If a better one comes up, I will take a better one. But this, from what I've seen so far, is quite a solid shell. Unfortunately, it has an aftermarket sunroof, which does put me off it a lot. It's got that. It's had a rear end collision before as well, a minor one. But it does appear like this badge might be slightly pushed in. Yeah, definitely this. Yep, so the panel back here is slightly pushed in. Bumper slightly damaged, which is fine because I want to fit big bumpers. It's got the usual couple little bits of rust. Oh, not on this side, only on the other side. Ah, it's got some there. That arch might actually be pretty good. Same with they call them jacking points, but they're not. They're part of the manufacturing points at the bottom here. I think they are a little bit crusty. Yes. Yeah, so that needs a little bit of attention. I haven't actually looked under the shell properly yet. It is literally been sitting outside where it's dropped off the high ab. Oh, not last Sunday, the Sunday before in the morning. And I have not touched it. The rust in the wing, yeah, that's fine because you can just replace the wings. Bonnet, I think, is quite straight. Engine bay isn't too bad, but there is a bit of corrosion around by the battery tray here. So that will need sorting. On my one there, it's actually that side was pretty mint, but I'm not sure yet. Because that, other than that, is not too bad in here, to be fair. It seems quite sound. A few little scabs around here, but not bad. And nothing obvious around the windscreen, which is really nice if so. Because they can rot under the rubbers there. And this one here, lower rear arch, is gone in the usual place. So that needs some attention. But, oh, and someone's done some welding there. So, might need to be redone. But it's not a bad shell. So, there's still a chance I'm not going to use it. Because it's only a 1.3 shell and because it's got a sunroof in it. But I've got options. I've got a shell here. Now, part of the reason I brought it, if it was just a shell I was buying, I probably wouldn't have gone for it because of the sunroof and all that. But as you may see, it's completely stripped, which was an absolute pain in the ass because obviously then picking it up or getting it picked up, loaded and unloaded has just been a nightmare. I've had to build this dolly at the bottom to put it on and move it around. But it's got a lot of parts with it. Now, half of these parts are parts that come original parts from this car. Another chunk of these parts are brand new parts, like a lot of brand new brakes, bushes, bearings, brand new coilovers. Well, I don't want to use them though, and all sorts. And you also probably notice here, we've got part of a downpipe with a lambda sensor in it, and probably other parts kicking around in here. We've got a GTI front grille. Not sure what condition it's like. Probably better than my one now. Yeah, it doesn't actually appear to be bad. So we'll see if that'll clean up. Crosshair crystal clear lights, but not sure. Nope, they're corroded back, not using them. Load more parts, load more parts. Whoops. Move it. Tailgate struts at work, that's nice. The boot. Tailgate's in fairly good condition. Little scab there, but not too shabby, and whatever that is. Again, a lot of parts which I will do possibly do a video on unboxing this. Now that's another clue there. We've got a pedal box, dashboard, the wiring looms from this car, a clutch slave cylinder there for something. Ooh. Bigger servo, master cylinder, steering rack, and oh, that's a big clue there. So the reason I brought this car is because it had a bunch of money off shiny parts. There's still outsiders and bumpers and stuff. Back here there's a rear beam. Someone started putting brand new bushes in, brand new wheel bearings, brand new discs, brand new Mk2 or like VR6 kind of rear calipers, and brand new stub axles as well. So it's got, I think it has about £800 worth of, maybe less, maybe say 600 quid worth of actually brand new parts, which again isn't a big issue because mine only done a few thousand miles and they're all brand new as well. But the reason we got this one as well, because we got another 20 valve turbo. Now mine's obviously already got a 20 valve turbo, an AGU, but this one here is a BAM. For those of you who know, the BAM engine is the most powerful factory spec 20 valve turbo engine to come out. So unlike my AGU, which uses the simple electrics with a simple ECU, 150 brake horsepower out the box, which is a very, very good engine, very good engine. This one here is 225 brake horsepower out the box, has the better ECU, the one you can do more with the maps, you can have launch control, anti-lag, all that mapped into it as well. It's got a KO4 turbo, as standard, whereas mine's currently got, it started off a KO3 and I put a KO3S on it. So it's got a KO4 turbo, so it's got a bigger turbo for more power instantly. Full electronic throttle body, so it needs an electronic pedal put into it, and a bunch of other stuff. But this engine is pretty good for probably about 270 brake horsepower without doing any internal work, whereas mine currently is tuned up to about 230, and that's sort of the limit of the turbo and all that on it. So I can instantly gain another 50 brake horsepower potentially just by using this engine, plus launch control, anti-lag, and all that. So I've got this BAM engine with it, with wire and looms apparently. We've got a TDI gearbox here, so a 5-speed diesel gearbox, which I'm assuming has got the 100mm drive shaft cups on it as well, which is nice. And it's all been, it looks like it's been sort of vapor blasted and painted as well. So someone spent a couple quid on this gearbox, and then the engine's also worth a few pennies. So that kind of made it worth buying. The fact it's got an engine, even though I don't use it for now, even if I just transplant all my working stuff from that one into this one once I've done the shell up and resprayed it all and such, I could still build that engine set up in the future for more power, or I could build it, sell it, do whatever I want with it, put it in a Capri maybe. But it's because of that setup there, plus the new parts it had, it just made worth buying. So between spares and all the stuff I got, it was, even if I don't use the shell, it was worth buying for a minute. So yeah, I think I've rambled on enough for now. If you maybe want to see the progress on the Mark II and see what happens with it and where it's going, then why not subscribe? Stick around and there should be plenty more on it. Again, beforehand, I've got to probably do a Range Rover Turbo Technics. The Capri's probably need a load of maintenance, and there's currently a Mark II Scirocco 20 valve turbo being built. So ideally get them out of the way before I dive into the Mark II. But it will be happening, and I will be building another Mark II. This time, that was a very good Mark II. Very good. This one's going to be even better. So stick around, and hopefully I get to see you again in the future. Cheers.